really got a shock when I saw a headline, by Gambako saying that Bishop Makanga has been abducted, tortured by the ZANU regime. I got a shock because I know him, and I immediately got hold of him. It's a lie. I've never been so off like that. But anyway, I'm here. So we're going to be looking at Bishop Makanga's story, which has been reported. Yeah, I want you to know, spread the word. It's not true. The whole thing is a lie, sensationalized against the gore. Is to make sure that people don't, don't protest. But hey, it's okay to have a peaceful protest. It doesn't have to be violent. I think I've seen quite a number of people calling upon every Zimbabwean to rush and then walk together with everyone during the time of this SADC, summit, so that at least we send a very strong message to ZANU-PF that this is not the kind of leadership we were expecting. So come through, guys. We need to have a chat. By the way, we're also going to be looking at the ambassador, that is Ambassador Matema, and he said no, the country has to rise up against Mnangagwa's evil regime and the corruption that's going on in the country. It is enough. Don't be afraid. Come together. Let's have a chat. Come through. It's a flipping lie. I can't believe I'm in shock. I'm in shock. It's a lie. Wow. Guys, do not forget to like the live so that we push algorithm and then invite everyone. I think people that have heard this word of saying he has been abducted, guys, please, he's going to be live right here. It's not true. It's not true. Okay. And also, if it's your first time to come across this channel, trust me, please don't forget to subscribe. Make sure that you ring the bell so that at least every time I'm live, you're going to be notified immediately. Happy weekend! It's such a beautiful weekend. I'm excited. Come through, guys. We need to have a chat. I was on the call just a few minutes ago with Gambako, and they said, where the hell did you get that information from? But he says he has spoke to some people, but I'm saying who he has got the right information. The person that is being accused of being abducted or any other individual on the street, you was simply invited by the CIO and have a discussion, asking questions about the upcoming protests. There was never a fight. There was never. So I'm gonna have to try to bring him up so he can speak to you guys. You can hear him speaking. He said it's not even correct. And he's also very frustrated and angry right now, and he's extremely angry. Guys, when are we going to understand that there's something? So he's on the phone. I want you guys to listen to him, please. Okay. Bishop. Good evening, sir.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. So just hold on for me because I'm trying to connect you to the people so they can hear you speak, okay? Did I tell you that I got a shock?
What exactly do you want to ask?
No, he's telling people that you were beaten, abducted, and tortured. Is that correct?
I wasn't abducted.
You were never abducted.
I was abduction in being invited to answer some questions with people. I don't think it's abduction. We were called. I was called actually. And they called me and I went. I was not abducted.
Just
and
hold.
People must know I was not abducted.
So when he's saying that, can I tell you, Bishop, that I actually got a shock because I'm naturally a very sensitive person. When I heard that, I was like, no, man, I was talking to Bishop recently, and now hearing you that you've been abducted, beaten up, what is that? Let people hear because they're thinking maybe it's just we're lying. You were never abducted, you say?
We should learn to tell the truth, and people should learn to speak the truth, and people must not exaggerate to attract viewership or to mislead people. I was not abducted. As I'm speaking right now, I am here home. I was invited. They called me. Yes, they called me. I went with my wife. But I was not abducted is what other people are saying.
Wow, that's really interesting to know, because people are on live right now. I told you that when I saw that,
Okay.
I got a shock. I'm not gonna lie, I really got a shock, and I just stopped. I actually said I could not even. I was supposed to be live around 9, but I just stopped because I was confused to say you have been abducted. What can I do? And I called Paida, and then no, your sister, and then she said it's not true. And I was like, no, man. And I went to Gambako's live. I'm trying to tell people that that is not even correct. But some people are saying it's politics. They say it's politicking. I'm like, what kind of politics is that? I mean, that's why I keep on saying Zimbabwe is a broken nation. That needs to be mended. It needs to be fixed.
Yeah, you see, that's the reason why Zimbabwe cannot go forward. Because by end of the day, people are just exaggerating, trying to bring a narrative which is not there. You see. And by end of the day, people are putting people into confusion. Because people, they end up not knowing what to believe and what not to believe.
Were you even
And
beaten at all?
things must be put straight. I was not abducted. I was called. I missed the two missed calls. I returned the call the following day. They called me. They said, we want you to come for an interview. I went and I came back. And I'm home. But bringing a narrative, I was abducted, that's a wrong word, actually. That's a wrong word.
Yeah. Bishop. And I want to thank you so much for really coming through to clear the air. And I'm seeing other people said that you may not say it because you just don't want to put your life in danger. Does that make sense to you, Bishop?
I didn't get that one.
They're saying that you don't want to admit that you were abducted because you're fearing for your life. So I'm saying, what is that supposed to mean? Is that correct?
Probably I'm missing the definition of abduction. I don't know. Probably I'm not all that learned, probably, that I can be able to define the word abduction. But as far as the bishop is concerned, I was not abducted. How can somebody say I'm abducted when I take my colleagues there? We went there with my colleagues. We were actually 5.
So were you beaten at all, Bishop?
I can hear you.
Did they ever assault you? Were you assaulted, sir? Makaro waere, Bishop.
Sorry?
Makamboro waere.
Hello?
Makaro waere, Bishop.
I was not beaten.
Huh?
Whoever is bringing that narrative, I don't know where they are taking it from.
Can I tell you this, Bishop? Can you see? And Bishop, hey guys, Bishop is live on the phone. He's confirming he was only invited to the office, right? You mentioned Bishop. Maybe you need to repeat again because there are people just joining us and they think I'm coming up with a different story. And I'm telling them the Bishop is live right now with us. He's the one that is speaking. It's not me. I'm not telling you what you want you guys to hear. He's the one that is on the phone. Listen to him.
If there are any explanation that will be done, I could have explained. People know me very well. People know me very well.
This is really sad, actually. It's very sad.
Yeah, but I was not abducted. I was not abducted. I just want to clarify that one. Whoever is saying Bishop was abducted, he is using a wrong term there. I was not abducted. We were not abducted. Thank you.
So I think so. Okay, that's fine, Bishop. Now let's talk about the. Oh, okay. He eventually went. I wanted to talk about the issue of the meeting that is coming up. But anyway, he has dropped the phone. He was never abducted. Zimbabweans, hear me and hear me out. I guess we have become a society that love lies a lot, and it's really sad for me. Honestly, I find it very weird that you rather believe a lie than to believe the truth. The bishop is on the phone. He was never abducted. He was simply being called in and he was asked a question. And then he answered. He went with his wife and then he left. And someone has put out a narrative out there that he was abducted, tortured, and beaten. And then all of a sudden now you are believing the person that is putting out a narrative that is not correct than the person who was actually being assumed abducted. I don't know what you guys want, Zimbabweans. You can believe whatever you want to believe. I brought the bishop here after I spoke to him and he confirmed he was never abducted. He was simply called in and they had a conversation. I don't want to send out and you know, it's very sad how you guys want to act as if ZANU-PF is this powerful, you know. And I know there's some people who support ZANU-PF here who are set to push a narrative that they can stop people from protesting. If there are protests that are coming up, guys, go in there and let's do it for the sake of freeing this country. No one should stop a peaceful protest in the country. Nobody, and I said no one. There was no fear with, in him at all. He is simply saying it's not true. It's sad because I don't know why people are believing the lies that they hear than the truth, you know. Gabago told me, because asking me, said to me, I can run the story, and tell what I know is true. And that's what I'm doing, to tell you that it is not correct what you heard. Gambako is alleging that someone else told him, talk about, I won't mention names, but maybe if you go to him, you may be able to elaborate on that. But as far as I am concerned, I don't think I'm even interested at all. Okay, so you've heard the bishop confirming that there is nothing of that sort. And he also, so you guys should know that there is an upcoming protest that is happening, that is being done by the church. There's also an overall protest within the camps of Zimbabwe. I actually saw a message being sent out by Proms Mukwananzi, and he said we shall be standing against the issue of no 30 term, no dynasty. He spoke about no 2030. He spoke about no corruption. He spoke about a lot of things. So you guys should just wait to hear what they going to say moving forward. I don't want to follow into situations that isn't. I'm actually very disappointed and hate at the same time. All right, so we're gonna move on to the business of tonight. So what we are looking at tonight is definitely Mateba Danda, who's calling upon every Zimbabwean to uprise against President Emerson Mnangagwa's ruthless regime and the lies. He said that I think Ian Smith was better. That is Matema Danda, the ambassador. The ZANU-PF ambassador said Smith was better based on where we are today as a Zimbabwean community. That's what we're going to be looking at tonight. Now we have heard from the bishop and we need to move with very important information right now. So do you know that... All right, so can I tell you something? I loved this quote that I actually saw this afternoon that was written by Candice. She said, the elites want a world war. Do not send your children to die for them. That is all. So when politicians, send you to go and do their dirty work, young men and women, leave it. Because I'll tell you why. Some of them are getting old. They're getting young. I love to use it in a decent way and respectfully so, and they know that their time is short. You are being used to do their dirty work and you're going to die in prison. So be wise. Don't get involved in every dirty that the politicians are doing. Don't be part and parcel of that. But if you want to, it's up to you. You can go ahead and entertain that. All right. So what's happening in Zimbabwe? This is Brighton Mutebuka. He said what's happening in Zim should not be blamed on Emerson Mnangagwa. It's on Zimbabweans who tolerate that nonsense. ED is simply taking advantage of the situation, living his best life. The more he gets away with his shenanigans and corruption, evil, abduction, human rights abuse, the more he feels emboldened and thus motivated to go for more. Can you hear that? As Zimbabweans, we need to take a responsibility of our lives by doing right. We need to stand and defend the sovereignty of our nation. That's what he's simply advising us to do. But like I said, we're going to be listening to Matemadanda, again calling upon you and I to stand against President Mnangagwa's brutal and wicked regime. So we're going to be listening to Matemadanda right now, the ambassador, right tonight. All right, yeah. It's quite interesting how people believe a lie than to believe a truth. I'm very disappointed, actually. They would rather create a narrative that suits their own ego and than to listen to the person telling them the truth. It's sad, honestly. It's very sad. All right, so let's take a listen to Matemadanda, please. All right, just hold on a bit. Bear with me, please, guys. I'm trying to let you guys listen to Matemadanda. It's really sad, honestly. Like, it's very sad. The bishop is okay. There was never an abduction that you guys have heard. It's not correct. Focus on the important things. The upcoming protests, focus on that, okay? And do right by every Zimbabwean. Let's not invest our time on things that are not important. Okay, guys, let's not do that. So bear with me, please. To politicians, so what's next? Since you must leave everything to politicians. I don't know, what are you guys talking about? I don't know what you're referring to, honestly. Like, I'm just hearing people saying things that I don't even know what they're talking about. Who say that? I don't know what you guys are referring to, honestly. I never say that. Leave things to politicians.
Vana veZimbabwe, ruzhinji rweZimbabwe, takashaiwa ruzivo rwakakwana. Saka nekuda kwokushaiwa ruzivo rwakakwana, shoko raMwari rinoti vanhu vanoparadzwa. Takatengeserwa a narrative kunyangwe yakanga iri yechokwadi yokuti utongi hwevachena hwakanga hwakaipa. Vachena vaidzvanyirira vanhu vatema. Ichokwadi ichocho. Vachena vaiba muZimbabwe nemunyika dzose dzemuAfrica, vachiendesa upfumi ihwohwo kunyika dzavo. Chaiva chokwadi, chisina hacho evidence yataiva nayo isu ruzhinji rweZimbabwe. Uye nanhasi hatina evidence iyoyo. Evidence yatinayo iri mumashoko atinoudzwa, atakaudzwa, uye vakatiudza mashoko iwayo havana kutiudza vakabata evidence inobatika inoonekwa. Vakangotipa a verbal evidence.
All right, I think I need to clarify a bit here. I can see people asking questions. They are listening, they say, this is Matemadanda speaking. They're expecting the bishop to speak. The bishop was speaking and then he dropped his phone. He was with me. Please, can you just try to listen to this live from the beginning? He was here with me. So now we are talking about Matemadanda and what he's advising the people of Zimbabwe to do to uprise against the ZANU-PF regime. So please, don't confuse the two things. This is Matemadanda. Yes, you're right. So let's listen to Matemadanda, please.
Kuti vanhu vaiba izvozvo tikati ndizvozvo tatengeserwa that narrative, takatsigira kana kuti kusapota agenda yakanga ine varume nevakadzi vakafunga kurwa kubvisa utongi hwavachena, nekuti pavakazvifunga vari vega, vakatoronga zvinhu zvavo vari vega vasina kuzivisa ruzhinji rwenyika rwezimbabwe. Vakazouya vozivisa ruzhinji rwezimbabwe, vatotanga movement yekurwisa utongi hwevachena. Ruzhinji rwezimbabwe rukagamuchira nemwoyo wose kuti rutsigire basa rakanga ratangwa, rairatidza kuti ibasa rakanaka, it was a noble cause. Saka ruzhinji rwezimbabwe rwakatsigira agenda iyoyo, asi kutsigira rwaitsigira rwuri murima, rwusingazive chaizvo zvakanga zviri paground. Chataingoudzwa ndechekuti avo vakaipa, avo vakaipa, avo vakaipa, avo vakaipa, tichinzi vakaipa pakuti munda wako wauinawo mudiki-diki, asi unomanikidzwa kuti chera madhunduru munda iwoyo. Mukadzi wako wakaroora wega, asi unomanikidzwa kunzi ita muchato. Tumombe twako tushoma-shoma, asi unomanikidzwa kunzi tera mutero. Tikatoudzwa kuti mombe ndedzako, asi vanokumanikidza kuti enda unodhibhisa mombe kudhibhi. Izvozvo tikazviona fanika zvinhu zvakaipa kwazvo kwatiri, zvekuti munda unoda kuiswa madhunduru, nyambirwa ayo hazvina kuipa. Zvakanakira kuti ivhu remunda rirege kukurwa nemvura kana yonaya, munda wosara usina ivhu rinokupa chikafu. Asi pataizviudzwa taizviona fanika udzvanyiriri hwekuti cheresa madhunduru, taiona fanika udzvanyiriri hwekuti mombe dziende kudhibhi. Nyambirwa zviri kuitwa kuti mombe dzako idzodzo dzirege kubatwa nechirwere chinouya nekuda kwemagupa kana kuti zvikwekwe, taiona fanika udzvanyiriri. Ndokubva tasapota agenda yakanga ine varume nevakadzi ivavo kusvikira hondo yapera. Hondo yapera, nyika ichiuya, takabvisa flag yeUnion Jack, tikaisa flag yeZimbabwe, tikafara, tikapembera, tikapururudza, ngoma dzikarira, usvo dzikarira, mpururu ikarira, miridzo ikarira, tichifara, tikati nyika yauya. Zviro kwazvo yakanga yauyawo. But chatisina kuziva manje ndechekuti vanhu ava vauya vachiti tauya nenyika ava, hatina kuvatarisisa. Takavatarisa tikaona vari vanhu vatema, ndokubva taona sokuti vakafanana nesu, vane chinangwa chimwe chete nesu, vanonzwa kurwadziwa kwedu, vanochema nhamu dzedu. Saka takafunga kuti taita zvinhu zvakanaka. Tapinda papawa, varume vachipanana zvigaro zvekutonga nekutungamirira mainstitutions akasiyana-siyana. Takati nyika zvinoenda mberi yakuchifamba zvakanaka.
All right, guys, I just wonder if you're just joining us, okay? So the two stories that are happening here, the first one, we're literally talking to Bishop Nyamakanga, was here, live. Guys, please, for those that are just joining us, if you want to hear him speaking, you might as well just, listen to this live from the beginning, okay? And for those that are coming here and try to debunk and looking for all this hearsay, guys, you like a lot of drama unnecessarily. They're simply playing you so that you're afraid to protest. Don't worry about all these shenanigans. He was simply being invited and being, asked questions. He went with his wife. You confirmed everything. And now you want to say your own stuff to feed your own narrative. That's your problem. As Zimbabweans, we like drama a lot. Let's learn to believe a person what they say is they say it, and not to create what we want to hear. Okay. Now I'm just seeing now, just on X right now, that the page for Zimbabwe anti-corruption has been hacked. And there's a person who's busy tweeting stuff here that I cannot remain silent. I'm just going to read some of the messages. They said, fellow Zimbabweans, Ndini Mepo Yenyika, a senior ZAC employee, it is my sworn duty to stand for truth and justice and to reveal to the public the deplorable level of corruption that has plagued our country. I can no longer stay silent while our nation is destroyed by corruption at the highest levels. Instead of arresting and charging Chivayo for his serious crimes, we are pressured to focus on distractions, which is what the hashtag examples, where we have the evidence to nail the true kingpin. And I think true kingpin, people have been saying we need to focus on President Emmerson Mnangagwa. He's the main. That's what people are saying. So let's follow up and see what more information is he actually releasing. The guy that have hacked the page for Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption, Commission. Quite interesting days ahead indeed. Very interesting. All right, so we are listening to Matema Danda here, and I know some people have had access to his audio, but you also remember there are people who are working and who don't listen to this stuff like other people do, and then we have to give them an opportunity, because the most important part is we need to move together. Every Zimbabwe should know what's going on out there. What Matema Danda is simply saying is giving you a foundation who said we were hoodwinked by these guys. We thought because they are our black brothers, they'll come here in truth. They'll ask us to work with them, and also whatever that we get as a Zimbabwean people, it will be for the collective. But unfortunately, we're hoodwinked. So we keep on listening to him. I'm telling you, if you have listened to the video, you're more than welcome to drop. Let's give other people who never listened to Matema Danda speaking an opportunity, and let them say whatever they want to say, respectively. So, guys, we want drama. We want drama. So when people tell the truth, we literally fight with them so that at least we fit our own narrative. I don't like that. The fact remains, Bishop Nyamakanga was never abducted. He was never. He said it because when I heard it, I told you I know him. So I found immediately. So I was actually very much confused. He said, I was never abducted. I even spoke to Gambako. I told him to never say those things to the people. But again, I'm not Gambako, and I don't know how. Gambako said he heard it from someone else. So honestly, guys, it's up to you to follow and question more.
Mutemo wakanga wakaiswa nevarungu vadzvanyiriri vaya vane mutemo wavo wavaiti Loma yainzi Law and Order Maintenance Act. Uyo waive mutemo waishandiswa nepolisi yeRhodesia. Wainyanya kushanda kusapresa mavoices evanhu vatema. Wainyanya kushanda kusapresa maactivities aitwa nevanhu vatema mumalocations.
So let me make this clear, okay? I want you to make this clear. If you are looking for where you can do your toxicity, I'm gonna block you. I won't tolerate nonsense here. You can go to Facebook where people scream and fight and be disrespectful. People who come to my YouTube channel, they know for sure we speak respectfully. You're more than welcome to share your own opinion, but remember, you do not come to attack me. If you come here to attack me, I'm gonna block you immediately. I'm not playing games. I'll block you. You have never seen me on the street fighting with people, and I do not do politics the China. You understand me? I don't do the China the ZANU. Please monitor China zenyu somewhere there. Which people are $10 zenyu, but don't drop me into nonsense. I'm here to inform the people. I'm here to create a platform where we converse. So please, brothers and sisters, don't disrespect me because I'm gonna drop you. Okay. If we never raised properly, I'm gonna teach you how to behave as a mature person. I do not tolerate nonsense. I'm gonna tell you facts. Okay.
Zvikuru muHarare wairambidza vanhu vatema kuva organized kuti vazoorganize vaite chinhu chavaroda kuita. Mutemo weLaw and Order Maintenance Act wairambidza vanhu vatema, asi wakanga usingashande kuvarungu. Varungu vaiungana vachironga zvavaironga. Mutemo we-Law and Order Maintenance Act wakanga usinga apply kwavari, waiapply kuvanhu vatema. Isusu tauya tapinda papower, takatora mutemo we-Law and Order Maintenance Act, tikatora mutemo we-Labour wakanga uripo varungu, tikapfuurira mberi tichiushandisa, kuda kuti wanga wakushandiswa nevaya vakanga vatitengesera narrative yekuti varungu vakati vadzvanyiriri, varungu imbavha. Ndo vakachitora mutemo iyoyo kwakutangazve kuushandisa against isusu futi zvaita vachena vaya. Mutemo we-Labour ukashanda uchidzvanyirira munhu mutema aishanda pakambani, uchidzvanyirira munhu mutema aishanda muchitoro, uchidzvanyirira munhu mutema aishanda mumba, nekuti wakanga wakadhizainwa nevachena, nekuti vachena vakaidhizaina mutemo we-Labour nekuti vaiziva kuti ivo ndivo vaiva vashandirwi. Hakuna munhu mutema akanga ari mushandirwi, ivo ndo vaiva vashandirwi. Vashandi tiri isu vanhu vatema. Saka vakagadzira mutemo we-Labour uchiprotecta vashandirwi, uchiexploita vashandi. Vashandi vaexploitwa tisu vanhu vatema. Ukatarisa exploitation yaitwa vashandi yakanga yakaipa, asi pane zvimwe zvinhu zvakanga zviripo zvairerukira hazvo ivo vashandi vacho kunyange vaiexploitwa. Zvinhu zvanga zviripo ndezvekuti ikonomi yeZimbabwe yanga iri stable, zvekuti mushandi akapiwa $43 per week, mari iyoyo yaitenga aita zvinhu zvaaida kuita zvichifamba, tichidzvanyirwa saizvozvo. Isusu tatora nyika takashandisa mitemo iyi iri miviri, tikapfuurira mberi nayo, hatina kumhanya kunoichinja. Takazoichinja mushure mekunge vaona ivo vatungamirira kuti munyika mamuka opposition yakuva opoza ichinongedzera mashortcomings avo avakanga vainawo. Ndobva vachinja mutemo wainzi Loma, ndobva vaisa wainzi Posa. Mutemo wainzi Posa wanga uri more strict than mutemo wainzi Loma, kuda kuti isusu taisa mutemo wakanyanya kuoma kudarika mutemo wanga wakaiswa nevachena. Posa, Public Order and Security Act, yakachitanga kushanda kudzvanyirira vanhu mumalokesheni vakanga vachiti utongi uhu huripo hwaipa, hatina kuhutarisa kuti hungadaro. Pakaiswa Posa, akanyanya kutungamirira Posa ndiJonathan Moyo, ndiye architect wePosa. Akaisa mutemo waidzvinyirira vanhu vatema vachidzvinyirwa nevanhu vatema vavakambofunga 1980 kuti tapinda murusununguko, nyika yakutongwa neverudzi rwedu, asi pakatanga udzvanyiriri. Nanhasi mutemo we-Labour una kuchinja, waishandiswa nevarungu ndo unongoripo. Mutemo wePosa wakazochinjwazve ukaiswa mumwe uripo yezvinezvi, uri kudzvanyirira vanhu kuti varege kunongedzera mashortcomings evari kutonga. 2013 Zimbabwe yakaita constitution, ndobva paitwa ma-elections ekuti vanhu munoda here mutemo kana kuti hamude. Mutemo ukagadzirwa zvikaitwa kuti mutemo wapo. It was a democratic constitution. Mistake yakaitika yatakaita as Zimbabweans ndeyekuti takavhotera a democratic constitution, kuti tigavenwe ne-a democratic constitution. But constitution haigavene isina ma-custodians. anoita look over kana kuti anoita preside over that constitution. Saka custodians anoita preside over the constitution government inoita preside over the constitution ichishandisa maarms ayo iyo government. Saka inoshandisa presidium ndo arm yekutanga yegovernment, inoshandisa parliament ndo arm yechipiri yegovernment pakupreside over the constitution, inoshandisa judiciary ndo arm yechitatu inoshandiswa negovernment presiding over the constitution, inoshandisa police to enforce the constitution or the law. So this is the fourth arm inoshandiswa negovernment to preside over a constitution of a nation. Saka constitution yedu taita, it was a democratic constitution, but unfortunately vaita preside over the constitution, vaita uphold the constitution from the president aivoterwa opa an oath yekuti I will uphold the constitution. Was not a democratic president.
Mugabe was.
The constitution was a democratic constitution presided over not by a democratic president. The government was dictatorship. Ndo yatakapa responsibility yekuti ite preside over a democratic constitution. Zvinhu zviviri izvi, dictatorship ne democracy, azvidyidzani.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
Azvidyidzani. Saka government is dictatorship, constitution is democratic. Zviri imvura neoiri hazvisangani. But isu ndo zvatakaita. Tikapa constitution kuma dictators kuti vaite preside over that constitution. Iye zvino as we speak right now, mukatarisa mutemo weZimbabwe uri kushanda, it's not the constitution yakaitwa 2013. No. Ministry of Finance haisi kushanda neconstitution yakaitwa muna 2013. ZRP haisi kushanda neconstitution yakaitwa 2013. Military haisi kushanda neconstitution yakaitwa 2013. Parliament haisi kushanda neconstitution yakaitwa 2013. Government haisi kushanda neconstitution yakaitwa 2013. Saka iri kushanda nei? Iri kushanda nema anonzi mai ari kuitwa anoitwa one after another. Kubva 2017 pakatanga kuita movement iyoyo yema statutory instruments. Ma statutory instruments ndo ari kushanda iye zvinezvi. Statutory instrument inoitwa na minister ndiye anoita promulgate oisa mugovernment gazette watoo mutemo wakushanda. Saka statutory instrument, it's a vice of dictatorship. Iri kuita override a democratic constitution yatakaita muna 2013. Zvinhu izvi zvinofana kuzikanwa, ndo zviripo. Saka vanhu vatakapemberera vaya tichiridzira muridzo, hatina kuziva kuti tiri kupemberera tichiridza muridzo, tichipemberera vachena vauya vakapfeka ganda dema.
Yeah, facts.
Saka kuluta kwaita vachena ndo kuluta kwakapfuurira mberi kuri kuitwa nevatema varipo nhasi. But vachena vailuta, ndo saka muchizonzwa vanhu vachiti vachena vaive nani? Vachena vaiba, but vachiitira vanhu vatema zvinoita kuti ivo palife yavo iri low standard iyoyo vararame zvakanaka, vadye vachiguta. Life yavo iri low, but vanhu vatema vaidya vachidi vachiguta. vanhu vatema vaendesa vana vavo kuchikoro, vana vaenda kuchikoro, mapenzura vaipiwa kuchikoro, mabhopoidi vaipiwa kuchikoro, mabhuku vaipiwa kuchikoro, udzvanyiriri huripo. Iye nhasi hakuna chikoro chinopa mwana penzura, hakuna chikoro chinopa mwana bhuku, rusununguko rwuripo. Saka which is better? Iye nhasi munhu akadzingwa basa zvirisiri pamutemo, labor court inongobhuraibwa yototonga agenesi munhu akadzingwa basa. Why? Nekuti vaakushandirwa iye zvino havasiri vachena, vavatema. Saka vatema havachada kubhadhara vatema mari yekuti vararama. Vaakushandisa mutemo wavachena kudzvanya vamwe vatema. Saka mashoko ekuti varungu vaiva nani anodzoka oshanda otoonekwa kuti zveshuwa zviri nani. Vanga vakaipa vachena, asi pane zvavakanga vachiita zvaiva nani. Nguva yevachena, you could go to Harare hospital uchinorapwa. Yaindi Fleming hospital kai. Wainorapwa mishonga ichiwanikwa irimo. Udzvanyiriri huripo. Nguva yevachena, waenda kukliniki uchiona mishonga iriko, uchirapwa udzvanyiriri huriko. Iye zvino rusununguko rwakauya, ukaenda kuchipatara hakuna mushonga. Unonobhadhara mari kuchipatara, wozonyorerwa bepa kuti chinotenga mushonga nemari yako. Yandabhadhara kuchipatara ndiyei. Hapana. Hakuna mishonga kuzvipatara. Udzvanyiriri huripo, mishonga kuzvipatara yaivepo. Iye zvino judiciary haisi kushandisa mutemo weZimbabwe. Vari kushandisa mutemo wevanotonga webato.
And this is Matema under the ZANU.
Statutory instruments ndo hamutemo weZimbabwe iwoyo. Unongodzi minister akaona kuti apa tingadzvanye vanhu sei, ota promulgate statutory instrument yotoiswa potonzi wamutemo. Ndo uri kutonga Zimbabwe right now. Constitution yakasendekwa uko kuri kushanda ma-statutory instruments. Saka udzvanyiriri hauna kupera, hwatova worse iye zvinezvi. Mashoko ataurwa paaudio yandahighlightai, mashoko chaiwo echokwadi. Organization inonzi CIO haina kuisirwa for the good of Zimbabweans. Yakaitirwa for the good of the ruling elite. Saka inoti ikaona mumaZimbabweans mangoita munhu anopoinda ma-shortcomings ruling elite, anonotorwa ene CIO obva auraiwa onyangarika. Saka CIO is a killing machine yedictatorship inosilensa vanhu, inoita kuti vanhu vatye. Ndosaka muchizoona tichitaurirana matotaura kuti maZimbabweans magwara. Ugwara hwedu hwakabva kupi? Hwakabva kuCIO. Ndiyo yakatiita kuti titye, nekuti they kill. They were that organization was put in place to kill Zimbabweans, not foreigners. Yes, nezvi ma-foreigners, ma-Chinese vari muno vanoita zvavanoda, zvese maCIO havabati. But munhu mutema akangotaura problem iripo chete. Iyo mashoko andiri kutotaura iwayo. Vakati anzwa vanotoda kutonditsvaga kuti ndiani aitaura izvozvi. They were employed to kill those people, to kill on behalf of the ruling elite, on behalf of the dictatorship. We don't need the CIO in Zimbabwe. Intelligent, tine army.
I agree.
Izvozvo tine police zvakatokwana. CIO ndere rakaisirwa to protect vanhu vari kutonga, kuti anyone anongocomplaina against vanhu vari kutonga zvavari kuita, kuba kwavari kuita, corruption yavari kuita, anongocomplaina chete. CIO is there to take him and torture him, or possibly to kill him. Saka vanhu vazhinji vakafa, vanhu vazhinji vari kufa. Ukangocomplaina chete, CIO is there to kill you. Vanouya vakapfeka magirazi matema nemasutu nemotikari dzinodhura, kupowa motikari dzinodhura kuti vaite basa rekuuraya. Saka nyika haina kusununguka. yakabva muudzvanyiri ichienda muudzvanyiriri. Varungu vakanga vakatora mapurazi, land yakanaka vachirima ivo. Varungu vairima, isu taizowana zvavairima todya hedu pakudya. Tikati vanhu vatema vauya, land ngaitorwe ende kuvanhu vatema, ikatorwa. Vari kutonga vakatora mapurazi akanaka ivo. News dzakabuda recently dzakataura kuti Bona Mugabe, mwana waMugabe president, ane 21 farms. 21. Saka Bona nemurungu angaine 20 mafarms akasiyana chi. Ora tikana mwana wapresident aine 21 farms, ko president wani mangani, ko minister ani mangani, ko mkurunkuru weZANU-PF ani mangani. Saka vakasiyana chine varungu vanhu ava. What's the difference between them and the whites? Ndeipi difference iripo? God raimucherwa nevarungu vachienda kunyika dzavo, tikazvitengeserwa tikazvigamuchira. Eno God riri kucherwa chienda kupi? Manje apa ndaadichiteerera Eddie Cross achiindavhiwa paHSTV achitaura mabudiro akaita madiamonds ekwamarange, matengeserwa akaitwa nemari yaakatengeswa 25 billion, but hakuna kana sendi rakauya kuZimbabwe kunyika kuhurumende kuti rishande munyika muno. Mari iyo yakaende. Ataura an amount of gold yakatengeswa kuDubai. Matanzi egold akatengeswa kuDubai at $72 per gram, which amounted to about 4.something billion. But kuZimbabwe, kuhomwe, kutreasury yeZimbabwe hakuna kana sendi rakauya. Mari iyo yakaende. Saka who is a better thief apa? Varungu nevavo. Varungu pavaiba National Railways yaishanda. Varungu pavaiba ZESA yaishanda. Varungu pavaiba ZUPCO yaishanda. Varungu pavaiba migwagwa yanga yakagadzirwa yanga yakanaka. Varungu pavaiba ZISCO yaishanda. Varungu pavaiba Cold Storage Commission yaishanda. Varungu pavaiba PTC yaishanda. Iye zvina hakuna chiri kushanda. So who is better?
Smith is better. Was better. All right, guys.
Varume, it's time up. Zokusora tisungosoro tikisi bias. Zokusora tisungosoro kunzi unofa. So who is better? Varume, it's time up. Zokusora tisungosoro tikisi dzirwa kunzi unofa. Nyangodai ukasauraiwa nesaiwo unongofa chete. Kwese kufa, hakuna kufa kuri nani. Totadza kugadzisa nyika kuti vana vedu vagare munyika yakasununguka nekutya kufa. Hapana kwatinoenda. This is dangerous for vana vedu. Hapana kwatiri kuenda. Iye zvinezvi nyaya dzaanachivha idzi. Look at it. Look at it. Nyaya dzaanachivha idzi dzakubuda izvi. Look at it. Where are we going? And hadii investigate. Where are we going? Tiri kuendepi? Eno tiri kuchema magetsi. Izvo kutaura kuno mumba hamuna magetsi. Zvaisamboitika panguva yeutongo hwarungu kuti magetsi anodzimwa kuita the whole day magetsi akadzimwa. Uchinzi magetsi mashoma. Why? It's because mari ZESA yakabirwa mari, and one of the person akapa mari kuZESA ndichivhaya akabhadharwa millions of dollars eproject yaasina kana kumboita kana chinhu kuZESA. Chivhaya achibhekwa nevakuru vanotungamirira nyika vane masimba. But ito monzi what is it? Chii ichocho manje? Where are we going as a nation? Vana vari kuzvarwa iye zvinezvi tucheche tiri kuti nyenye mudzimba muno matiru kachaenda kupi kamwana kanorarama sei munyika muno? Anorarama nei mwana iye? Nekuti baba namai ake vachafa vachamusiya. Anorarama nei? Varumeka, zvimwe zvinhu tofanira kuita stand up for our rights. Kwete kungotya kunzi unofa. Vete vakachira kufa vari kweri. Vese vachira kufa vari kweri. Havana kufa. unogona kusauraiwa neseyawo but unofa nekorera, unofa neTB, unofa nemanyoka, kufa pana kusiri kufa. Vanhu let's rise up and make things right munyika muno.
All right, you guys. You actually heard people alleging that is it above and beyond Africa channel. They are saying that that's Matema Danda. Hey, that's his name. So you can go there and subscribe to the channel as well and actually getting more details there, because I just extracted quite a piece of the information. There's a long video there that you guys can listen to. Everything that he's saying is actually what we know is true. We know, who doesn't know what's going on in Zimbabwe? Who doesn't know? I mean, we are all privy to the information, correct? And, now that Matema Danda said so, and this video was also, listened to by some of the people in the ZANU PF quarters, they responded to the audio and say that I need to read their response to that audio. And they were saying that you guys should not listen. Okay. I'm a firm believer that when someone says what they say, are they telling the truth or is a lie? Then if it is the truth, then I take it. You know what I mean? If it's a lie, I also still forget about it. That's me. So I'm going to read the response here. They said, "Dear Zimbabweans and war veterans, please do not be fooled by Victor Matema Danda." So I'm saying, because these are some PF people, so maybe they know it's his voice. I can't confirm or deny. But where I extracted the video, that was Africa and Beyond thing. You guys can subscribe to his channel as well. The headline was it's Matema Danda, so that's why I'm saying I cannot confirm or deny for those that are asking questions. But I just focus on what he was saying, which I thought those words were really very true. And he's trying to tell you that we simply hoodwinked. I mean, who doesn't know we're hoodwinked? We all know that we're hoodwinked, right? So they said, please be not be fooled by Victor Matema Danda. There are some recording going around whereby Matema Danda is up to no good. We all remember on reflection that Matema Danda is Chief Murakash of Emerson Dambuzo Mnangagwa. All the runs by Matema Danda whereby he's calling Emerson Dambuzo Mnangagwa and his ZANU-PF names, unfortunately, is all scripted. Mnangagwa would have agreed that Matema Danda amutuke as the pressure for ED to be relieved of his duties as Zimbabwe president are hot. Matema Danda thanks for trying so hard. Which protocol by Foreign Affairs allows an appointed ambassador to behave like that? Those who know the protocol would agree with my thoughts that it is a desperation act to try and save Emerson Dambuzo Mnangagwa and also to lure the war veterans they always abuse to vote for Matema Danda as the war veterans chairman. If Matema Danda, Matema Danda, you are not happy, I'm sure you can step down as an ambassador. Mawo veterans changamkai musavotere Matema Danda mukangodaro maja arikuda kukushandisai kuti ati let's support ED for 2030. Mukangozviita, that's a mistake. Hamugute kuitiswa abuse here mawo veterans nempava za ED idzi imi muchishupika. Zimbabweans know Matema Danda for the wolf in sheepskin he is. Emerson Dambuzo Mnangagwa must go. He's a thief, a murderer, a looter, a liar, and a very evil man, not fit for purpose. Puma wena Matema Danda kusanyara, get away, comrade sister. Oh, that is Karina Mujat who wrote that actually. I think you can also follow a YouTube channel because she said a lot of things. Like, as for me, I don't have access to most of these politicians that much that they could give me information. In fact, I don't even want to. I'm not a journalist. I simply look at what's going on the street, and that's what I comment on. I'm not a journalist. For those that are looking for journalism, please try HSTV. There are journalists that are doing incredibly well. There's Techmark TV as well. Quite a number. NBC, although most of their news are scripted, but quite a number of journalists out there are doing incredibly well. You guys can learn. So here, I'm simply past my commentaries. I am not a journalist. Okay. So that we are on the same page. Because I've seen some people try to be nasty, hoping that I'm going to shake. And no, sorry, I am not a journalist. And I don't even want to be a journalist. So it's, let that be known out there. I don't have time for those things. Okay. Now, Professor Kwananzi is on record now saying talking about the issue of Nero. You know, you guys, do you know the people are as much as they want to act like they don't want Chamisa, they want Chamisa. You know, they say we don't want him, but they do. Chamisa resigned from politics, but here's the thing. People still want to discuss him every day. So for those that want to hear more from Bishop Nyamakanga, please you send me a message just now. He said he's going to be available on Monday so that he can come through to shed more light on this war issue because he was here live. You heard him earlier on. For those that were here, for the ones that did not listen to Bishop Nyamakanga, please do, watch the video from the beginning so that you are able to hear him speak. So we will definitely going to hear him on Monday. On Monday is the day after tomorrow. Hey, yeah, so I'll bring him through. For those that have been crying that you want to see him in person, you will see him in person. Okay, so relax. I'm going to make sure that he's available. There are so many things that I was changing. So pretty much it took me time to actually be able to show you videos. Like you always say, we want to see the video rather than the audio. Okay, it's fine. I'm going to do that for you. Sometimes if we do pre-recorded videos, we do show the videos as well. But if we are live like here, it's a bit tricky if the live is too long. So I apologize on that. So give him some time. We're going to be with him definitely on Monday, so you guys can have more details. Now we're talking about the issue of Chamisa, that people are saying he's not important, but it seems like they want to talk about him almost every day. The person that is not important is always important when they are discussing him. So it's really sad. It's sad to hear. Now, this is the message that has been sent by Promise Mkwana, because there's been fights online now. Some saying members of parliament, you won because of Nelson Chamisa. Others are saying, no, we just won because we do everyone worked hard. Let me just say this. Zimbabwe is a broken nation. Zimbabwe is a broken nation. People fight for absolutely nothing all the time. And I'm like, each and every one of us, we are important. We don't all have to be Chamisa. You understand? We don't all have to be Chamisa. But there are people who did incredibly well. Chamisa cannot free Zimbabwe alone. It will take all of us to come together and make sure we realize the Zimbabwe that we want. So I find it very intriguing and weird when people are just saying, no, if someone else is not important. Those members of parliament did campaign. Some of them, even though they weren't at the backdrop of having Chamisa being the one that was being known, we must never underestimate the fact that they actually did something. Just because people woke up and decided to follow whoever they want or to take money instead of respecting the struggle, that does not mean that we are going to do away with the struggle. We won't, right? I am for Zimbabweans and I'm for Zimbabwe, right? I may choose any politician that I want to support, like I've been very clear, and you all know where I stand and who I support at the moment. Nelson Chamisa. He walked away, but I know he's still in the arena, even though he is not on paper. But I know he is, because he's talking all the time, and I can hear what he says. It doesn't mean that now I have to disrespect other people because I do support Chamisa. No. I'm very respectful towards every politician who may want to come and save in Zimbabwe. But at the end of the day, I have a politician that I do support. Does that make sense? We need to start mature in our political, pursuit than to always send hatred and unnecessarily. We all want this Zimbabwe that function. I'm going to read what Promise Mkwana just sent out. So let me address this issue once and for all. Contrary to your false and mistaken, the votes are for Nero just as they were for Tsvangirai, who served before Nero, including and especially for all MPs and councillors who were elected under the CCC banner. They were elected on the basis of the Nero ticket. In instances where we had double candidates, people made sure they voted for the candidate that had been endorsed by Nero. That is why there were fierce fights to stand under the CCC banner, led by Chamisa ticket. There are many candidates who were more popular at the primaries, but people just voted for Nero endorsed candidates. A good example is Highfields, where Moses Manyengalana was clearly more popular than Happy Mo Shidziva, but the party settled for the latter, believing that he was more loyal and faithful to the party than the former. The rest is history. People voted for Nero and Nero endorsed candidates. And with that, with what has happened, it's going to be even more. As I stated earlier on this platform, the unintended consequences of the shenanigans by ZANU-PF and or its collaborators have made Nero even more popular and more influential and more powerful. That's why I always say, if a person walked out of the arena and you still talk about him, so the person is in control. Does that make sense? You walked out, but again, people talk about Chamisa all the time. Like I said, there are so many political players. I know this Savior as well, Savior Kasukwire as well. He's still there. I can see the campaign going on online. We also know Vanalinda Masara. They're still there. The campaign are going online. The one for Valerio as well. She's still there. Again, the campaign, we see it online. We know ZANU-PF, you know, with all their ills, we can still see them that they're still on the arena. So my point is, we need to focus on those that are in the arena. When Chamisa comes back, I know the whole street's gonna blow up. We focus on that. But apart from it, I know for a fact that people are focusing on building a Zimbabwe that will be for everyone. That's what I know right now. People are focusing on that. And I don't know if you guys heard that there's actually allegations of a convoy of the army that was seen. I want to read because the Mirror sent out a message here, a report. This was during the day. Apparently saying the government spokesperson have issued conflicting statements on the destination of a heavily guarded military haulage trucks convoy that entered Zimbabwe through Bedbridge during the night of last Sunday. Presidential spokesperson Joy Charamba said the convoy, which raised eyebrows, was carrying rations for ZDF doing drills throughout the country. ZNA spokesperson Colonel Makotore said this was the Lesotho Army on its way to Delgado in Mozambique, while the Minister of Defense Opam Chinguri said it was Lesotho forces actually coming from the Delgado going back home. Meanwhile, several sources said the Lesotho Army withdrew from the Mozambique 3 months ago. Sources said President Mnangagwa could be preparing for a resistive nation, and this was equipment destined for a local army barrack. So people, but we also heard President Mnangagwa, speaking to Putin that he feels lonely. So in other words, he made it clear that he wanted assistance on the issue of food and security and also ammunitions. Like he needed security of, he feels like he's in danger. Are we in danger in Zimbabwe? Is there war here in Africa? Yeah, but President is on record that he's afraid. So can you hear that there's a convoy that was seen with arms, soldiers, and there's conflicting information back and forth. I can see the Mirror reported that we have got very much interesting days ahead. Very interesting days ahead. I also told you a few minutes ago that Zach account has been hacked, and the guy is saying quite a number of things. You can see it on X as well, but I'm seeing Zach sending out a statement just now that there's security breach on Zach X account. One thing that I find very sad from a Zimbabwean point is that they're very serious matters that they take very lightly. And what they don't realize is that it's coming back to haunt them. I can only imagine, guys, this is Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission. When that page gets hacked, that's a big deal. Right, it's a big deal, but I can see here, they sent out a statement now that the Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission wishes to inform the public and all key stakeholders of a security breach on the ZAC Online X account. The commission is currently not in control of the account. The last official post was made on Thursday, 20 June 2024 at 6:24. Efforts to recover the account are underway. The public and all key stakeholders are urgent to disregard any communication that may be posted on the ZEC online account and do further notice. The commission reaffirms its commitment to eradicate the scourge of corruption and ensure the national development aspirations are attained within set timelines. By the way, they failed. Zach has failed. So I have 450 people that are online right now. I'm going to ask you to go in there and like the live, push algorithm, invite everyone. We have got very much busy days ahead. Very busy, sensitive days ahead. So Zimbabweans, we need to all work together. We must have conversations. We need to start raising our voices up. Gone are the days where you said you're afraid of a say, oh, listen to me. I don't know why you guys talk about this here. These are simply people, you know. Don't give them nyembe za wasinaga. They're not as special as you guys think they are. They're simply capitalizing on your fear. Fear not. Speak respectively. And can I tell you, some of them are actually here listening to what I'm saying right now. And CIO people, if you hear or if you have time to listen to this live, I want to say to you, brothers, don't be too relaxed because the lead that is on you is going to come off soon. I don't know why young people don't realize that the people that you are busy protecting are actually getting younger by day, and they're winding down. They're going to leave this world soon. And some of you, you're going to be in prison. Do not do the dirty work for politicians. Because listen, their kids are home, you know, watching TV or Netflixing and chill. And while you're busy doing that dirty work, killing people, abducting, torture, stop that. Stop. No one can die for a politician because politicians are bodies. You see them dining and drinking and you are busy attacking each other. You are busy hating your brother and your sister. You can do better, man. We can do better. We must be a society that promote good than promoting evil. If we want to have a Zimbabwe that functions for all, that will make us really be proud of our nation, we need to start respecting good than to always investing in wrong. Look at South Africans. They're not perfect. But man, this classy, you know, guys, when are we going to start learning? Learning from other people. This classy, you know, they don't just tolerate nonsense. And we need to start doing the same. And Zach, online, you need to start introspecting. When people start hacking your page, I'm talking about Zach online, it's time to introspect. Are you really doing your job properly? You spend 33 point something million to do what? Nothing. How many people did you arrest? So for that, you need to start introspecting. A lot of crooks, criminals that are known, there's evidence and you act like you don't see it. We're just watching. But one thing I'll tell you, the time is coming where people are going to be held accountable. That lead of hiding, lying to each other and protecting one another, we are doing even take money for the state, is going to end soon. You're going to be held accountable, heavily accountable. So know that. In 2024. The big boys are coming for you. I said the big boys. You know, you wanna play with the big boys. I know you've been doing this for decades and you are too comfortable to doing evil. You're very much comfortable, you know, playing Zimbabweans. No, your time is coming. It's very close. The big boys are coming. Let me drink some water. You want to chill with the big boys. Wait and see what's going to happen. Things are going to erupt in that country. You're going to be held accountable. Zek Miss Priscilla Chigumba, the woman of the moment, who's also roped into corruption as well. I think I'm going to run that video. And the reason I want to run it with proof, evidence, actually, is because it's very important for that to be on record. So Zimbabweans are informed of what's going on in the corners. I can't call this corruption, guys. I don't want to call it corruption. I just want to tell you it's evil. Corruption is too light. You know, it's too glamorous to call of what is going on within Ichigumba, their friends. How they are playing dirty. 1 minute it's not us. 1 minute there's evidence all over the place. The people that you are eating with are not, they can't keep quiet. You know, they're too loose. So I'm coming back. And also there is a headline that I need to tell you. Tomorrow I'll be here talking about it. That I saw that Chivayo is fighting with Auxilia Mnangagwa. We're going to be looking at that story tomorrow. It's actually it's in Standard, right? Yeah, definitely. I saw it. Standard reported it like a few minutes ago. So we're going to be looking at that story tomorrow. That is after church, actually. God comes first and then everything else second. God first. I want to say thank you so much, guys, for those that have been subscribing to the channel recently. And really, I got a shock. So I come live late. I was supposed to be live at 9. But when I saw the headline of Bishop Manga, because I'm very much close to him, I called immediately. It was all a lie. So I don't know. There are people still saying, he can't tell you the truth. Listen, guys, I'm not a child, okay? If there was something happened that was sensitive, I was not going to talk about it. But you must remember that, you know, sometimes the streets want to tell you what you want to hear, okay? So that you can start living in fear because these are protests that people are planning. Then you're afraid to engage, you know, hoping that I'm going to be in trouble. Hey, look what's happening in Kenya. People are standing up. They don't take no notice. Kenya simply head or simply, head of the President Ruto talking about all this texting. Zimbabweans have been through the most. All this nonsense that we are seeing today. We can't sit back and say, I'm just going to sit, I'm afraid. Hey, it's time to protest. Head on with thugs. It's time for us to be free. So prepare the way. People are going to actually protest. So it's just sending a message that they can scare you. Relax, chill, right? Chill and focus on the protest that is coming. You know, who doesn't want a free country? We are sick and tired of being abused, manipulated, used by simply human beings who have got their own interests. There's nothing fancy about them. They're simply human beings. They're gonna die like we do. They have the blood like we do. They have 24 hours, breathe the same air. It's time for us to stand firm and say, this is not it. We don't believe in having a country that is so broken. We need it to function. Things has to work in this country. They really have to work. So thank you guys for coming through. I appreciate you deeply. So definitely you were right. I got a bit of a shock. But anyway, we're going to be looking at what's happening tomorrow. What's up with the Auxilia Mnangagwa and Chivayo. You know, since they are fighting. I love you guys. I bless you. Have a good weekend, and I'm going to come tomorrow. I've got some news for you. So yeah, I've got very good news for you. So just, you hear me tomorrow. Very good news. We'll fix everything that needs to be fixed. Relax. Chill. With God, all things are possible. So, good news. They're coming tomorrow. Good news. Okay, guys, love each other. By the way, don't forget to spread some love, please. Don't forget, spread love always. Always spread love. They've been spreading hatred. We're going to counter that with love, right? Sharing, respecting each other, speaking properly. You know what I mean? When people want you to be angry, move. Put your energy and focus on important things. So at least we can be able to resuscitate, sanitize our society, and do what's right. Tomorrow I'm going to come with corruption. Let's talk about why is Chivayo fighting with Auxilia Mnangagwa. Very important story that we need to cover. Okay, sleep tight, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. May God bless you, and may God bless Zimbabwe. Bye for now.